It's Sunday morning. It must be tarot time. Welcome. And if you're watching this as a video, welcome. What we do is we do the weekly forecast. We might as well do the forecast for the rest of the year because we're almost at the end. And I have lots of divination tools besides tarot. We may talk a little bit about current events, things that we can do to improve our lives and to help us to ascend spiritually. And this is our community hours. So you guys, you leave a lot of great comments. So as you're listening to me, keep an eye on the comment streams also. And very good. So I'm going to just say a few quick hellos, let the live people wake up, get their notifications. Or on a Sunday morning when it was 0 degrees out, are we coffee, tea, or caffeine free? I'm tea today because I did not sleep last night. Maybe an hour. I can remember 2 dreams from last night, so I'm a little bit in the ethers. But tonight we're going to do mediumship night at 6 o'clock, so you can come back here to the medium channel, watch me do my thing, doing the evidential mediumship from the heart, and you might get a message. And we could do a little bit of an experiment. Can Adam do mediumship without sleep? And I've had this happen before, and then Spirit would sort of retort, Spirit does not need sleep. And then it works out fine. So it's true. Spirit doesn't need sleep. And as we awaken and ascend, we transcend some of the supposed needs of the body. So, I mean, I've gone days without sleep, and it's not easy, but I've done it, and other people have. So, it is what it is. So anyway, let me say some hellos. Hello, Felicia, Suzette, Lindsay, welcome. Hi, Mr. Floyd. Hi, Josh. Hi, Felicia, Judy. Hi, MDR. MDR's T also. Hi, Yvonne, Judy, Chris, Suzette, Lindsay. Okay, repeating names. But anyways, hey, Chris the volunteer, Katie Bluebird. All right. Oh, wow, you guys have, I'm only a minute or two late. Good morning, Brooke. Well, cool. Enjoy your climb. Enjoy your healing. Very good. Yeah, and hi, blindly inspired. Your cup says, I am fine. It does indeed, and it is true. I am fine. Sometimes people ask me how you are, and I'll smile and say, I'm great. And I can read their mind. It's like, how are you great when so much is going on? And it's like, well, that's the outer world. I'm more concerned with my inner environment and how I can change that in order to, well, make the most of what I can control in the world, but be able to influence and control what I can, basically. Did Katie have a loss? I'm sorry to hear that. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh gosh. We will send you and your boyfriend lots of prayers. I'm hoping he comes through tonight too, but I can't try to have him come through because I'll just block myself and he won't. So I'll forget. And then maybe he'll come through tonight. I hope so. Lots of solstice blessing. It is a magical time. We did a really powerful transmission last night with the master teachers, the strong frequency channeling to help us align with that beautiful solstice portal, and part of the ascension. So we're in various steps of ascension now, and a lot of things are coming true. And one of the reasons that I didn't sleep is, and I'm always grateful when my channel gets a lot of hits. So last night, God, I don't know, I can't even keep track. There's thousands of views per hour on the channel. The thing is, I feel their energy. It's like if I'm in a relaxed enough state and somebody's thinking about me, I'll often feel it. I'll see their image and I'll feel their energy come to me. So you can imagine thousands of people, one time. So I did the water trick. I did the fire trick. I do it all. I think it helps. But anyway, such is the life of an empath, right? But anyway, and that's a good point that they do all come through in subtle ways. Oh my, so Felicia can lend a little support because she's been through that. Yes. See how much love you're getting from everybody. So anyhow, I'm gonna dive into this. We're gonna start. So what's going on? Drones, drones. Don't get distracted. Stay in your heart. Stay in your power. Basically, lots of smoke screens out there, but you know the saying: where there's smoke, there's fire. So don't focus on the smoke. Find out where the fire is, and you'll have a good idea of what's going on. Other things, there's a lot changing in the world, and you know I've been saying lately, it's finally happening. We've been 4.5 years on the Medium channel, and really probably since 2021, I really got on that awakening, what's the right word, like that ascension bandwagon, so to speak. And I was getting a lot of messages about how everything's going to change. I said in 2024, so it's probably just a skosh later timeline than I was originally thinking and believing. But anyway, whatever the details are, it's really happening, and we need to be prepared. But don't focus so much on being prepared. Preparedness is being solid, being well grounded, being strong in your frame, having an open heart. The heart's the portal to spirit, and hearts can't be programmed. And feeling the gratitude, the compassion, and love, and just being in that higher vibration. And that's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to transcend, or I should say, how we're going to mitigate some of the really, I don't want to say negative, but the challenging prophecies that we've been hearing about this time, how we can mitigate some of it, because it's all fluid. And as the collective vibration changes, it can change some of these outcomes. So I actually did a video yesterday, and that was that video is the one that got a lot of hits. I think it's at about 17 or 18,000 hits now. So I uploaded that yesterday, and just kind of through channel messages outline the what's going on, and the three important things that we need to do to prepare. Is that the right word? Prepare for what's happening, to assimilate the energies, but to be able to see it through in a really positive way, and to ascend and to awaken, to reach our next levels of awakening. So that's up on the Medium channel. It's like a 10-11 minute video, so it's a pretty quick one. So we kind of outline what's going on, what's coming, and what to do to prepare for that, so that we can be strong and solid and ascend. And we're all, to one degree or another, awakening, new earth teachers, leaders. We're here because we're awakening ahead of the curve. Over the next several years, a lot of people in the mainstream, and I'm hearing this more and more, that a lot of people that aren't necessarily spiritual, I mean, we're all spiritual because we're all spirit, but they don't practice spirituality. And then they're talking about like feeling like energy in the body. You know, I've heard that a lot. It's like, all of a sudden I'm feeling a buzz in my body. Strange things are happening, strange coincidences and stuff like that, and knowing what people are thinking. And that's spiritual awakening. It's an awakening to spirit and energy, basically. And through that you can have political awakening, or what's or geocentric type awakening, like what's happening in the world and the society and everything. It really starts with connecting to spirit and being able to step out of the physical, like out of our physical minds, bodies, and perspective, and allow our higher selves, or spirit, to be able to perceive through us, and for us to be able to blend with it, blend with spirit that way. I need some more tea. 9/11. That means it's 11/11 here. Happy 11/11. Very good. So yeah, I'll send all these positive thoughts. So as we're in this process of ascending, the idea is really to be in the heart, to be in our power, to practice presence. And the more we practice presence, the more we can transcend the limited physical perspective that's really just based on our experiences and our programming, and allow that higher perspective in. And a really, really good exercise that I do every morning and all the time is, firstly, I'll just get, be in my meditation, get super present to the point that I'm not a name, I'm not a body, I'm energy and frequency. And then I just feel one with the present moment. I feel grateful because it's perfect in the present moment. If I'm having a crappy day or I'm in pain, that's a personal story. It doesn't take away from the perfection of the present. So I'll be that. And then, and this is the exercise. Once you reach that point where you're present, you're not thinking, you're just present and experiencing and seeing things from the vantage point. What's the best way to explain this? I'll imagine that I am the present moment, experiencing my physical life through me, basically. And to me, that really shifts me into that reality where I'm closer to the quantum field or spirit or source. And that's going to be a really good exercise as everything's changing. We can't change what's coming. We can only change what's happening within and how we respond to it. And the higher our vibrations, the more we add positivity to the collective. God knows there's enough of them throwing a lot of negativity out there. So let's keep doing our jobs. And if you are practicing your presence and opening your heart, and you are creating positivity and have the intention of opening up spiritually and making a difference, your higher self or spirit will let you know what physical action to take in this world right now. So, like, in other words, instead of worrying about what do I need to do, I need to do something, the world's a mess, what can I do? Try to step back and observe, be present, and just ask spirit, and don't force it. It may not happen today or tomorrow. It usually happens when you least expect it. It's like I can meditate for 3 months or 4 months on a single thing. I need this information. It doesn't come. And then I'll be taking a crap on the toilet, and then all of a sudden, boom. What do you call that? Cosmic shitting? Sorry, I had to. I hope nobody's eating breakfast. Anyway, let's dive into some tarot. What are you guys saying? Dive into tarot. We have a couple of things to talk about and announce. I'll do that at some point here. And right, MDR say nuclear what? Nuclear detected around New Jersey. So that's one of the theories about the drones, that's what they're looking for. So what was that? I'm not totally buying it. I mean, that may be a factor, but that would explain about, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago? Giving myself a little credit because I was one of the first videos on the platform to really talk about the drones. And I mean, there were a few others. I wasn't the first, but I intentionally didn't research anything. I just wanted to get it from spirit. One of the things they said was that it wasn't so much about espionage, but more reconnaissance. And they're testing the energies, is what they were saying. They're mapping or testing out the energies. And certainly, if it's looking for radiation, that would be part of it, right? So perhaps that was very. So hi Star, hi Kiss. Or Star and Kiss the same person. Wait a second. Anyway, I didn't sleep. Hey, Yolanda, just caught you. Yes, exactly. Let's display the baby. Teach how you really do and get to that. I am the present moment. Yes. So there's not a whistleblower, but somebody that works with drones in Kansas that put out a TikTok video that went mega viral that put those ideas out, which I saw that also. Kiss and Star. Okay, same person. Thank you for clarifying. Let's do some tarot work. So I like to start out with a meditation card for the week. So that gives us a focal point basically on what to allow in our meditations. And the idea of, like any other meditation, you get very present. You're not a name body, your energy frequency. So you sit with the present moment, starting with the breath. Inhale, a great way to hold presence for longer period of time than just getting present is being present with the breath. But not only that, when I inhale, I just feel the subtle expansion of my lungs, body, and energy fields, and exhale, I contract it. And then I hold my presence longer. So as Eckhart Tolle taught us in his book, The Power of Now, every time you think about it, stop your thoughts, be aware of your breath, body, space around your body. Don't think about anything, just be until something takes you out of that. Then the next time you think about it, do the same thing. And that's how over time you hold the presence longer, it gets stronger, you do more often. And once presence becomes your what's the word? Operating system, so to speak, rather than always being in the monkey mind, everything shifts, because then you hear the more subtle voice of spirit, you sense energy more, you connect more with your higher self, you connect more with your higher mind, which actually helps your intellectual mind also. So, I mean, you'll always have thoughts. Sometimes we do need to think to ourselves too. We do have a physical rational mind for a reason, but that's to serve spirit, not the other way around. So that's the difference. Staying in balance, exactly. Blindly inspired, staying in balance, staying neutral. In yoga study, they call it shunya, the 0 point. So we achieve shunya through our meditation, and then and in that moment you are in the perfect balance. Absolutely. I forgot to turn my Christmas lights on. Oh well. They're off camera anyway, but oh well. Okay, so let me clear my mind, because when we're thinking, we're not connecting. When we're connecting, we're not thinking. That's why I stress present so much. Oh, by the way, this is a special occasion because this is a new deck. We are working with a new deck today. I gave myself a Yule present, and I charged them last night. And here's what we got. This is the Hanson Roberts deck, and the Six of Swords. This is like the passage from difficulty card. In a way, I'm looking at the energy of this card, and the figures kind of paddling pretty hard from one shore to another. He's got the swords with him, so it's not like he's leaving all of his challenges or issues behind. He's taking them with him to a new land, basically. Um, uh, and I always look at this as a metaphor. It's a passage. It's could be an initiation, a symbolic death and a rebirth. But this is where a lot of us are at right now. Like I always think of this song by Peter Hamill, of Van de Graaff Generator fame, although Van de Graaff Generator, never really hit the mainstream as far as the prog rock scene goes. But in the song Rubicon, one of the lines is, "If you cross the stream, you never can return. If you stay, you'll surely burn." We're kind of at this point where we know we can't go back. We know we've ascended. We understand the illusion and delusion of our former lives or perceptions, so to speak. But we don't know yet where we're going, and we have to trust the flow. The currents are going to steer us in the right way, as long as we don't resist. So when we open our heart to higher spirit and higher energy, we'll never get misled. It's when the ego infiltrates, and that's how negative spirits or demons or whatever can access us. It's only through our egoic selves. It's not through our higher spiritual selves. When those doubts come up, that's when the wrong steps can be taken or the wrong decisions made. But if you're really in that place of trusting, and to me, it's easy. I've been doing this a long time, and sometimes I can rationalize it. It's like, well, I've got 15 trillion cells in my body, all doing different functions, yet I'm functioning as a human being, a conscious being. It's like I see all the miracles in my life. Like I think all of us, if you thought about your life, you could have been killed like 100 times at different times in your life, or things just worked out or whatever. I can kind of rationalize that and just know, there's an energy, God, spirit, source, whatever you want to call it, that created me, that's taking care of me, and then my physical life is here to teach me. So it's not always going to be a bed of roses, right? I mean, roses have thorns too, right? And it's not always going to be easy, but we're here to learn process. So understand that's create that that create us will take care of us. So meditating with tarot, you can take an image in your mind of this card. It's the Six of Swords. If you have your own tarot card, you could pull your card. Like any other meditation, get present, open your heart, clear your mind, open your heart. Then in your mind, just step into the card. Be very clear, because you want to feel like as you step in, you want to gauge the energy. Not intellectually, but just gauge what that feels like. Maybe you might get sound or smells, and you may see. I mean, this is just a narrow doorway to a whole new reality. So as you step in there, you'll see other things that are going on in the scene, and you may meet spirit guides. You may get insights, messages. Trust everything you see, hear, smell, taste, and think of when you're in this state. And try this every day. This is because of the meaning of the card. This is going to give you some ideas of how to leave some of the old stories behind, so you can transcend into this new earth reality that we're stepping into as a collective, basically. So anyway, what do you guys say? Spirit is guiding the boat in the journey. Thank you. Very good. Thank you. We are energy on a quantum level. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very cool. Thank you, horses. This is cool. I love the stars on their foreheads. Karma, yes, welcome. Serenade by Steve Miller. That's one of my favorite Steve Miller songs. So thanks for mentioning that. Wake up, wake up. And this seemed like Adam, a fixed star chosen me during a Mercury astral live star Kuda. When I researched the star, it's the star of the running. Wow, isn't that perfect for you? Spirit really talks to us. Spirit's always trying to point us in the direction of truth. All we have to do is open and listen. Kuda means spot or star of the horse's forehead. Wow. Speaking of fixed stars, Sirius was very, very bright last night. Yeah, I went out. It was about 10 degrees when I went out. This is from around this time of year, from right around Yule into the early spring, based on where I'm living in the mountains, is the only time I can see Sirius during the year. And it's a fixed star in Cancer, in the sign Cancer, very low to the horizon. And so I could see Sirius. When I gaze at Sirius, I see Morse code and colors. It's like to me it's a spiritual transmitter of information, like almost like a what's the right word? Almost like a transport station of the central sun to beam energy through our physical sun to us. And then you can see Jupiter high in the sky, and then Mars a little bit to the east, glowing, because it's so cold. It was so clear, you could see that Mars was red. It was really a beautiful night. Stayed out maybe 5 minutes. And by the way, for those of you that don't know, I do cold showers in the morning. Very good thing. I mean, if you could do an ice plunge, that's even better. But now, with the temperature, I'm almost waiting for icicles to form on my shower head. It's like okay, breathe, relax the body, breathe. I do my 3-minute cold showers. Anyway, they take on new meaning when it's 0 degrees outside, I have to say. And so another message. I got a very unique message a minute ago. Video that played only for me because no one has ever. Wow. So there's something called the Mandela effect that I know most of you guys have heard of, and my friend Adam Z and from the Manifest Yourself channel, Adam Z and his partner Euphrasia, he spoke of one really years ago, one crazy Mandela effect. He was into computer games, and there's a game that had like a level 2B or something like that. Millions of people played it. Then all of a sudden, that level was gone, and nobody could find it. And they called the manufacturer. They said, then that never, what are you guys talking about? That level never existed in this game. Yet thousands, not millions of people have played it. That's a Mandela effect. To me, that's changing timelines. And sometimes we remember little subtle traces of an old timeline or parallel timeline or whatever. So really, the time-space continuum is really dissolving now. And the only time is the present. That's why it becomes even more important that you transcend the linear time when you're present, because present, no matter what time it is, it's always now, right? It's always the present. So it sounds like you had a Mandela experience, Mary. Yeah. Yes, I agree. Felicia always has some really amazing, insightful things to say. And being a horse person, I love the horses too. I don't have any, but I can see they're advanced beings, magnificent beings. Serious? Maybe, I don't know, Felicia, if you know anything about this. Are horses from Sirius or one of the planets around Sirius? Because that just popped up in my mind. I guess we'll never know for sure. But anyhow, let me just flash a couple more comments, then we'll do our 3-card spread. Make some new levels. Yeah, there's another person. So a lot of you can identify with each other that had partners that passed into the other side. Yeah. Yeah, one of the things, other than drones, this comment's reminding this confined, so trotting my horse in my hand before I got on my, no, looking there, it wasn't my path. What I'm seeing also is a real upsurge. No, it was not a Mandela effect, you're saying. It was something else. Okay, gotcha. Um, but I feel like there's going to be a real upsurge of indigenous teachings. I think we're seeing traces of that now. And you just reminded me that, Felicia, with that story, because back when I was in Oklahoma, and I was staying with my friend Bob Vetter, and he had a friend named Bob Fields, who's I think a full-blooded Pawnee. I forgot what nation he's from. I might be confusing stories, but whatever the case, I was put to the task of finding a glove. Like, I'd lost a glove. We'd walked a good mile off trails. We'd walked a good mile, and the elder, told me what you need to do is visualize the glove, feel the glove, ask Great Spirit, and then just whatever direction you feel like walking. And I did it. I walked. I found the glove. It was literally less than 10 feet from the direction I was walking. It may have been off to the left on a rock, just a little bit. So yeah, you just thought about that. Yeah, and horses are definitely amazing. I'll never forget Cosmo. It was a filly. She stood about 8 feet tall. I thought it was a boy, but she was so big, and he's in a very big pen. My good friend Jen Bergeron. At the time I was hanging out with her a lot, so she introduced me to this horse. This horse would keep looking at me. I'd go to one end, the horse would follow me and just be right next to me. I go to the other end, the horse would do the same thing. And that's when I got the download of how really special horses are. Anyhow, 3-card spread. Yeah, I told you guys that this is kind of our community hangout. Yvonne, hello. And Colleen, if I didn't say hello to you officially, hello to you also. Raise the Red Road. Hi, Lise Cherokee here. Yes, raise the Red Road. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's like I'm just thinking about the changes of the names of like football teams. Like the Redskins became the Commanders or something like that, or so don't want to say anything, derogatory or or politically incorrect, but this same thing is like, natives did have kind of a tannish, reddish, glow, right? So anyhow, raise the red road, exactly. They can teach us so much, and from what I understand, not just history, but through my meditation and my transcendences and I don't know if you call it remote viewing, but experiencing other timelines. And the first time it happened, it was here in the Woodstock area, and I found a natural circle and I meditated, and I just saw like in my mind, it happened in that exact space, but maybe 200 years prior. This beautiful ceremony. And there were natives, there were whites, and I knew the whites were Dutch before I knew the Dutch had settled into this area. I didn't know much about this area. I was living in Manhattan at the time. I was just up to do some hiking or whatever. Uh, and of course, in my monkey mind, it said, "Oh, that can't be right. The white people gave them smallpox. They were at war. They were at battles. But here they were laughing. They were celebrating together. They're having a big old festival. And the corn and the bear, those were the big thing. The corn or mace and the bear were the two big totems. And just led me to believe it's like, when we see in the history books, sometimes they're meant to get us pissed off. And, we know that history's been rewritten, right? And yes, it is true that there were, a few, a very small percentage that really orchestrated the genocide of the native people. So yeah, it is true that they did expose them to smallpox and horrible, horrible stuff. But for the most part, the average people, they got along, at least in this area. I mean, once they reached out west, there was so much fear and paranoia that took over. And again, that was the programming back in that age. But meanwhile, the natives offered the people from Europe that never experienced a climate like this one, offered them teaching on how to survive this climate. They really tried to help us. So they always had, I mean, they weren't perfect, obviously, but they've always had this knowledge of how nature works, how energy works, and all this stuff. And I feel like that we're going to learn a lot from them and others. That line of philosophy. All right, now we see why tarot time lasts so long, because we get into our conversations, and yeah. So, what are you guys saying? Colored often symbolize distinct concept, while white represents purity and innocence, black signifies power of darkness. Yet represents war and passion, and gray represents energy. Yeah, red can be energy, can be healing, can be the blood. Yeah, and they're colors are energy, right? We see them as colors, but they're just frequencies. That's how the human operating system. But look at a lot of your expressions. you know if you understand a little bit about the auric field and what different colors represent, and there's positive and negative to all colors. There's positive qualities, negative qualities. So like, what's an expression? Red with anger, green with envy. He's yellow, like fearful. In the pink, health, and a pink aura is a health, is a healthy person. So these things always existed. We just have to get past the veil of programming illusion, and there's a lot of truth that we can tap into, right? So anyhow, 3 cards, but hey, Melissa, and anybody else that I missed that jumped on, hello to you too. I don't mean to not acknowledge you. All right. 1. I have to clear my mind. I think as I'm doing this, it doesn't hurt, now that most people that are going to be live are on, to remind you that it's 6 o'clock, not 7, is when we do mediumship night. So it's a demonstration of evidential mediumship we do here on the channel to celebrate the different Sabbaths or holidays of the Celtic wheel of the year. So this is Yule or winter solstice. So we're going to do that. And we also have a Patreon group where we dive deeper into everything, including frequency channeling. That's called Spirit Mind Family. And there'll be information on the pinned comment, maybe in the description. If anybody wants to check that out and join, you can join for free, but you only really get the posts and the meetings, for $5 a month. You get the frequency channeling, the exclusive videos, exclusive meditation, and all kinds of good stuff. So inviting you guys. All right, I already did this. Come on, you didn't sleep last night. Wow, the Tower card. It's happening. Oh, I love the spread. Because it's just such a like a almost like opposites in the energy. I like this, destruction, rebirth kind of a thing. Then you have this very pure, innocent Page of Cups here, and the High Priestess, the holder of the sacred wisdom and knowledge. This, to me, with this community, we're undergoing a huge awakening. They also pop the Ace of Cups in my mind. So hang in there. The tower has to fall on this world. It's unsustainable. We have higher frequencies. It keeps increasing. A lot of you are feeling it, have been feeling it for a while. I mean, it really became very noticeable after around 2008 for me. But I had my initial awakening in 1978. So I had a little bit of experience in developing, my ability to sense energy and whatnot. But anyway, then 2014, which I don't think coincidentally was the last solar maximum, was in 2014, because it's every 11 years. That's the sunspot cycle. So when the sun's very active, it's all these solar flares, their energy, their frequency that are, again, coming in, and the coronal mass ejections, it's kind of changing the energy. So anyway, the point being is that these are very high frequencies that we're not used to, and a lot of us are going through a lot of physical changes, because it changes our bodies as well. I need more tea. I'll keep showing these. I need it in my mouth, not all over me. I guess from the movie Airport, I have a bit of a drinking problem. Oh, I don't have a napkin with me. All right, and of course I lost my train of thought with that. But anyway, so these super high frequencies are coming in now. What this world is, is structured on. It's, God, I can't even talk. It's kind of the foundation of the society are built on a lower vibrational frequency. It's about power over others, greed, control the masses, and stuff like that. So everything that built up in the society, the political systems, the financial systems, whatnot, are built on this foundation of lower frequencies. So as these higher frequencies affect the collective fields, affect the earth, the foundations weaken because they can't exist in those higher frequencies. So once the foundations start to disintegrate, the whole tower falls, and wholesale changes come into this society, into our whole world. And they're showing me the Christ child, which is interesting. We're coming up to Christ Mass or Christmas. So and Yule is the birth of the sun God, and then Christmas celebrates the birth of the Son of God. So this is like a new Messiah coming in. I think it's what they're trying to say. Although what I've been saying, I may be right or wrong, but what I've been picking up over the years is that it's not going to be one Messiah. Like, it's not going to be one Yeshua or Jesus, but several. And they're showing me ETs now. So I think a lot of these are going to come from extraterrestrial or interdimensional intelligences as well. But the structures have to fall, and then we rebuild on the foundation of love, on the foundation of power back to the people, not power over the peoples, and community. And this is where a lot of the Native American or indigenous from Europe, Australia, it's not just here in the Americas, because this is how they lived and survived. honored nature. They understood energy. They understood spirit. They understood how to work with energies. When the Native Americans did rain dances, it rained because the law of attraction is what it is. They weren't, and I learned this from my elder, and then I saw this on a Greg Braden video years and years after this, very almost the exact same story, which is wild. But you say, when we pray for rain, it rains. And I was like, yeah, I believe you. And he's like, do you want to know why? And I'm like, yes. And the answer was, because we're not asking the creator to make it rain, because by doing that, we're only supporting the lack of rain, but rather we sit in the rain. We feel the rain drenching our skin. We smell the rain. We feel the rain nurturing the land, and it rains. Maybe not 100% of the time, but although my guides are correct me, say, oh yeah, the ones that really knew what they were doing, they'd make it rain. We'll say virtually all 100% of the time anyway. So the tower and the high priestess are very powerful energies. High priestess is wisdom, but this also represents duality. So I think one of the things that's falling with this tower is this dualistic thinking. And I got a really interesting comment on my, I got a lot of interesting comments. And the video's up. It's about how to prepare, like what's going to happen this Yule and into next year, and the 3 things that we need to prepare. And the comment was, and I can't remember. I warned you guys, I didn't sleep last night. But it's relevant. Oh my goodness. Well, I lost that train of thought. It'll probably come back. You guys are used to me, I know. But anyway, the high priestess is really, about dualities, about higher energy, and things like that. I need more tea. Let me see what you guys are saying. All right, that train of thought just went right out of my brain. Sorry about that. It was a good one when I had it. It might come back as I keep talking. So anyway, wisdom, duality. Notice it's like the moon. It's like the triple goddess symbol, like in her crown. That's the maiden mother crone. And then there's the other divine trinity, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. So this is the birth of the sun god, the birth of the son of God. And yeah, oh, I was talking about a comment on my thread, but I forgot what the comment was. It was so on point. I wish I'd remember it. But in any event, it's speaking out on the duality and everything, and things of that nature. So anyhow, pages are news and cups are happy news. So don't buy into the doom and gloom. We're not doom and gloom here. We're not hopium either. We do provide hope if it's tangible, real hope, and not just for the sake of, oh, everything's okay as the bombs are exploding all around us. But again, staying in power. She's holding the Torah, I believe, ancient Judaism, and the tower's falling, and we get some good news. So I think this is really showtime. I think we're going to see, and now it kind of came back. I knew it would, because the comment was that and she was saying to me, you all got to tell these people that. I mean, it wasn't a negative comment. It was a nice comment. She said, you got to tell these people to stop hating Trump. Basically, that was the comment. To embrace, to accept that. And I don't know if I wrote back. I wanted to write back, yeah, and I wanted to tell the people that support Trump to stop hating the Democrats also. And we have to deal with reality. What is Donald Trump? I'm not going to get political on you guys, because that kind of brings the whole energy down when I do that. So I've learned better. But unless I'm specifically doing a video specifically on that, that's different. But this is tarot time. But love him or hate him, he's gonna be the figurehead, or the, what's the right word? The conduit of this of a lot of change. So he'll go down into history as the president that changed everything. I mean, it's not him, but It's almost like him being an emissary of light, even though he, on the surface of things, he expresses a lot of darkness. But whatever the case may be, things are happening for a reason, and understand that, and whether it's due to some cosmic brilliance or just sheer like narcissism, whatever the case is, with Mr. Trump, soon to be President Trump again, this is a major catalyst and part of how this is all happening and playing out. I think there's going to be a leveling of the financial system, though I've been predicting that around February. Again, it may not be that bad. It may not be like a 2008 style crash. I think it was 2008. But it's all going to need to be restructured basically. And I feel like it's also saying, you guys get into either some water, get in, make sure you get some sun, even when it's cold out. Try to get 20 minutes or so on your face. You can even open your eyes. I wouldn't stare directly at the sun, but you can let the sunlight through your eyes. I mean, the sun angle is so low now. The UV index at midday is 1 right now here in the Catskills. And you let that light in, and you let those frequencies, those transmissions through to help you to open your field, so to speak, to be able to ascend and to receive more downloads and more information and stuff like that. I mean, this can also represent a very powerful woman speaking out about things that are going on. Um, I'm seeing things with again, the nuclear stuff. So I think that's going to be more in the news. I think there's also going to be probably some major upheavals and battles connecting to the WW3 agenda. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think we're going to keep getting closer and closer until enough people awaken and take choose a different path or timeline. But I think there's going to be so many more positive people speaking out, and I think because we're all going to be having Christmas, or most of us, Christmas or Hanukkah celebrations coming up. This is also a message to be patient with those difficult family members, not to let those that we call them mismatchers, but those that really try to get under our skin by being contrary about everything. Not to let that happen, but rather to keep our hearts open. A lot of news. I think a lot's coming out. I think a lot of debating's happening. And in your personal life, a lot's going to change. I think that's the Tower card is, let the towers fall. And no, it's just a facade. It's not who you are. It's not who your world is. It's funny. They just show me like a beauty pageant. Maybe it's just Spirit's way of saying you are beautiful, or maybe somebody that's like a Miss whatever, Miss America, Miss Universe. Kind of reminds me of Miss Cuba, Miss Universe Cuba, that she came out in full Oshun regalia, which is the river goddess of the Yorubans. So she was honoring her heritage, basically, and it was all in yellow. It's very, very beautiful. So I think people that are famous or known, that are in a position of power, want to use that to help to educate people in a more of a spiritual path, so that we can solve the problems of the world. We can come together and solve these things. And I always use the example that we have the resources, the land, and everything we need to feed this entire world many times over. But because of the way things are set up, more than half the world's hungry. And that's just unconscionable if you're an empathic person. And but stay in your heart. It's good to be empathic, but it's not good to be overwhelmed by your empathy. If I didn't know how to do this, I'd probably spend every day crying, just thinking about all the suffering in the world. But I don't pity them. I don't feel sorry for them. I have compassion for them. There's a big difference, because with compassion comes understanding of why this has to happen. I mean, it's horrible that people are suffering. I mean, my own brother's probably dying, although he's beat the odds so much. Right now he's in a hospital bed with multiple things. He's my younger brother also. It's like but I can't feel sorry for him. I can be compassionate and send him distance healing, but I just have to. I think you understand the distinction. They show me the Ace of Cups and the dolphin swimming into the cup. Also, dolphins bring that higher mind and that higher creativity. It's about breath and mana. So do your breath exercises, inhaling love, exhaling the stress of the world. We really need to be in our hearts and our power now, to not to succumb to the negative programming, or get off of our high vibe by other people's low vibration. Sure, you may have a moment of weakness. I do. I've been meditating over 40 years. Uh, I'll get angry and frustrated. I'll feel that those negative emotions come up, but I don't suppress them. I was like, oh, okay, I'll observe it, and then it passes quickly, and I get back into those high vibes. Anger is a survival instinct. It's not negative, but it can block the flow of higher energy, higher thought, and spirit. So you want to understand that also. Yeah. So anyway, what are you guys saying? Hi, Emma Louise. I'm missing out on your comments. So Felicia's, confirming sun gazing opened your third eye. She does it all the time. Yeah. So a lot of people here have channels. Felicia, do you have a YouTube channel? If so, we'll subscribe to it. Mr. Floyd's Universe, Josh, amazing work he's doing. Amazing work bringing community together and offering channeling to help people to teach and grow. So check out Mr. Floyd's Universe. Check out who else is in. Well, the yoga channel, Children's School of Yoga. She's not in live, but that's Doreen's channel. Who else? Millie. I don't think she's in live, but Millie. Frida has a channel. Of course, Karma from Blindly Inspired with her feng shui and energy work. She has a YouTube channel. I know I'm forgetting a few of you. And you can write out your channels on the comment for everybody if you like, or the address or the name of the channel, so people can go. Of course, Chris the volunteer, beautiful singing bowls and messages from Archangel Gabriel, right? Or is it Raphael? Morning, I didn't sleep. All right. Anyway, oh, and thanks. Yeah, I psychically heard you because I didn't see this until now. Gabriel, thank you, Chris, for clarifying that. I got that right. And here we go. So for those of you that are enjoying Felicia's comments, I bet her channel is amazing. I've got to make notes to subscribe to your channels too, and I subscribe to some of yours, but not all of yours. So so anyway. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I mean, I'm on the schedule. I the medium channel's part of a mission, so I do things in a way. I mean, some people, not that they criticize me, but they some people notice that I do things in a way that's that's to trigger the algorithm, that's to reach people or whatever. I don't think I'm compromising my spiritual values by doing that, but I was told that to start a channel in 2019, and I had no YouTube experience. I was told that there's going to be a need for that I needed to work on to make it grow, and it's really starting to do that now. It's really kind of accelerating now, which is great. So anyway, if you guys missed this, here you go. Exactly, yeah. Well, the way YouTube's set up, I mean, it's like it's clogged, like the short feed is clogged, with people putting out hundreds of AI videos a day, and once people realize, oh, people are awakening, oh, I'll be a spiritual teacher, go on YouTube and get followers that way. So, when you're authentic, you get a lot of negativity, and I've seen that through my years of being a psychic. It's like I'll go to psychic fair that I'm new by the afternoon, not to brag or anything, but this really happened. But by later in the day, I'm the one that has the line and getting all the readings, and I get sent a lot of negative energy. And same thing when you're on YouTube and you're authentic, it's almost like you're showing up those that aren't authentic. And I get a lot of that kind of energy. But I am strong. I'm sensitive, but I'm strong. They can send all the energy they want. It's not going to make a difference. Yeah, I hit 18,000. Yeah, yesterday or today. I think yesterday it hit 18,000. So yeah, yeah, it's the start. Jealousy, exactly. Yeah, yeah, Jody, I know you understand that. Yeah. All right, good job. Good job. And I'll try to remember to do the same. So anyway, it is now late. So we got all the shout outs done. I've got so much other information to share. We'll go through these quickly because I like to do my other divination cards. So this is the Native American tarot. So we've been talking a lot about the indigenous things today, this morning. Um, Thank you, Suzette. Yeah. Hmm. That's good to know. Thank you for sharing that. So when I do the channeling work, it's they use my voice and they're doing these interdimensional frequencies through me. I watched it yesterday again, the one I did for Yule or winter solstice or summer solstice if you're south of the equator. And at one point, there were 3 or 4 different voices coming out of me. It was really it's fun to listen to this because I'm not aware of that when I'm doing the channeling. And though there were no orbs, I could see currents of energy around me. It's very cool to watch these things. So for those that don't know, I open myself to the master teachers, and they work with my frequencies. And as I'm leading the process, it's like we're physically together, even if we're not. They're actually working with your frequencies to cleanse, purge, and to raise your vibrations also. And I know I can think in my mind the people that have been doing this for years and the miraculous changes that have been going on in their lives. It really does work. It takes time, but it really does work. So Native American Tarot, this card. And this card is the Trail of Tears. So again, lots going to fall. So it's not always going to be happy. We have to prepare. Discomfort's part of the program. Um, but the thing is, it's better to cry. It's better to leave the tears than to hold it in, because that's a purging also. What is this? Would be the seven of looks like the 7 of Pentacles, which is interesting that in this deck it's the Trail of Tears because that's like a harvest card in the tarot. Um, it's just like the warriors kind of watching over the family and everything. It's like, but understand with spiritual warriorship, the battle's internal. It's overcoming the ego, basically, or the lower aspects of ourselves to integrate it, not to like kill it, but to integrate it, basically. So every step of the way, the ego, that which deals just with the physical, is always blocking. That's why it's hard to meditate. You relax and then you'll get the anxiety or the monkey mind will kick in or whatever. So it's really the internal battle that's going on, through our collective consciousness, and it's being reflected by what's going on in the world with the duality and the external battles, basically. Uh, yeah, I know you would understand. I know a lot of you understand it also. A few years ago. Yeah, I know. Virgo the Hermit. Yep, that's the card associated with Virgo. All right, yeah. I'm 1 degree Libra, and I've got Mercury, Venus, and Virgo. So I'm the same way also. That's kind of a lone wolf in life, and that's the way I'm the happiest. I gotta tell people, if a soulmate that I'm really supposed to be with comes in, I'll definitely do it. I do like relationships too, but it'd take a lot for me to surrender being single. And spirit's telling me, say, well, with the right one, it's not going to be that different. It's just almost going to be like 2 of you being independent together, kind of a thing. But anyway, Libra rising, yes, I'm Sag rising. So there you have it. All right, so clear my mind. So this is a Starseed Oracle deck. I've been using this more and more. I love the artwork. What's her name? Rebecca Campbell. And anyway, what's the card? Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. Do not, it's not yours to carry. Great message. Don't carry the weight of others or the weight of the world. Otherwise, you can't really help them. So you got to be able to be in your space, in your frame. And as you cultivate the frequencies of the heart, you let go of that stuff, so that's a good message. I don't think I need to add on to that. Oh, let me hold this for a second. Can you make it your own messages through the artwork, which is extraordinary? All right. So Suzette, yeah, well, you're that 9-9 Suzette, so you have that completion and everything. But yeah, I think a lot of us are here to clear all the karma, to balance, transcend it, whatever you want to call it, in this lifetime, so we don't have to go back into the wheels of death and life and death. We can go to the next level. All right, all right. How about a message from Isis in the Isis Oracle deck? Yeah, sorry, you have MDR for your situation too, and everybody who's lost. Wait, why? I love this because I didn't do this, but one card was upright and all the others were upside down. And this is a card I've never seen or I've never pulled. So that's really interesting. Thank you, Spirit. And this says life restored, priestess of the phoenix. Beautiful, yeah. So what happens when the tower falls? Um, the phoenix rises up out of the ashes and into new heights. So that's what's happening. We're in a tower / phoenix experience now. So stay in your heart, stay in the eye of the storm. Um, Hearts can't be programmed, and if we step out of the eye of the storm, you get caught in all this turmoil, all these winds. So you can't be effective if you're being blown all over the freaking place. In other words, stay in the eye of the storm, and that way you can direct the storm's fury also from the eye. So that's a great message too. Moving right along, a couple of others. So from the wisdom of Kyle Gray, we have the Divine Master's Oracle. We were I'm just looking at your that's an interesting comment because when celebrities pass, people wonder why. I mean, I don't get a lot of celebrities, but I've gotten John Lennon and Jerry Garcia and a few others. But these are people that affected so many people in life that they're going to still keep affecting a lot of people in the from the other side also. Anyway, here we go. So this says Sanat Kunmara, open channel, sign codes, download, and sacred information. And it's very solar colored also. That's the first thing I notice about this card. He is a hoot. Yeah, I got John Lennon twice. The first or second one is actually the young lady I was reading for when I got John Lennon, and she said that her father's a music producer, and John Lennon held her when she was a baby, basically. So that was kind of cool. Anyhow, so that's a beautiful energy. So again, solar codes. In the solstice period, everything kind of is still. And when everything's still, we can expand even further, shining the inner light into the darkness and expanding that light. So this is a good card for this energy as well. As things fall, we need to shine our light in the world because people are already losing it, and it's going to continue. It'll probably get worse before it gets better. I shouldn't say worse, but it'll probably get more intense before we reach that next level as a collective. So open the channel, let the light frequencies in. That helps to awaken dormant DNA, and that helps you to develop new superhuman or extra human abilities, I should say. Somebody sent me a thank you. Somebody sent me a super sticker. Today it's in green. Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas. Thank you for your love. Yeah, I never got David Bowie. I think I may have gotten Prince one time, which was funny. And the best for worker. Oh, Charlie, Joshua Bell. Oh my goodness. Let the sun shine in. Hi, Lakeside Laura. Let the sun shine in. All right, so we're winding down. Frequency of the week. Elvis, please. I don't think I've gotten Elvis coming through in a reading before. I mean, of course, John and Jerry, musicians I admire a great deal. So sometimes it's easier because if you like them. But who else have I gotten? Some memory of getting some old jazz legend years ago. But anyway, let me clear my mind. So these are the sacred geometry cards. That gives us a little insight into what frequency emergence. So we are emerging, right? Once again the tower falls and the phoenix rises, we emerge into the new light. And the message here is the frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. I just got a message to remind you, if you guys are enjoying this, please hit the like button, and let's see if we can share this information with more people here on beautiful YouTube universe. And that's, you can get the energy just by kind of absorbing, kind of gazing and absorbing the energy of that. Take what's offered in your life. Yes. The name of the Lord, rebirth is happening into your wide open arm now. Be sure that you've transitioned. Thank you very much. Virgins, yes, yes, yes. Yes. And I know one of the members, the original hair. Oh, beautiful! I might see her later. Oh, that would be awesome. Enjoy if you do. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Yep. I used Elvis on one of my recent shorts. So if you guys don't know, I do 1 minute tarot readings every day, except Sundays, as a short form video. We do the live, we do the uploads, although we're not doing the Thursday uploads till the second Thursday of January. So we're taking a hiatus on that. But yesterday I did an unedited, uncut video that actually did very well. Aloha. Oh, wrong one. There's no one like Elvis. No. Just because I love everything Hawaiian, I had to say. I had to do that. I love your short. Thank you. Yeah. And all of us were so gypsy, but the cat here was special and stuck together. Yeah, I'll bet he does. Thank you, Yolanda. Also, all right. Let's do. I have the medicine cards. Let's do our totem animal. This will only draw North American species because it's the medicine cards, but Native American. Sometimes I use another deck that's global. Anyway, we got the mouse, scrutiny, yes. See, the thing about mice is they scrutinize. They're only aware of what's right around them, what their whiskers can touch, basically. And it's a beautiful energy of innocence and trust, but it's a reminder that we have to expand our horizon to not just see what affects us directly, but to be able to expand our heart and consciousness into the fields, and then we can feel the world, and we can feel our guides more than that. But don't lose your innocence. I think that's the message from Mouse. Don't lose your innocence. Don't lose your trust. The powers that be want us to be angry, jaded, want us to believe that everything from spirituality, law of attraction is a bunch of BS, and that we have to follow the almighty dollar and do what Big Brother says, and we'll all be fine. You just wait a few years when they really start to get into the transhumanism. there's going to be programs that people can, you get, what they want to do is have people microchips. So we're basically hybrid beings. We're part machine and part biological. It may or may not go to that level. I mean, there's a lot of potential benefits. It all depends on how it's used, right? Tools can be used or misused, but I'm seeing, there being, program that will simulate the feelings of a spiritual experience. Like, oh, you don't have to meditate or do any inner work. Just pop in this program and you'll get it, basically. So anyway, the defense rests. I'm not going to speak anymore about that. And I'm going to move on to my last thing, which is a quick angel message. So 6 o'clock mediumship here on the Medium channel. I'm gonna post the link to the video I did yesterday that is here to really dive a little bit deeper into what's really going on in our lives and our world, but also the 3 things that we need to do to prepare. And people that have been following me for a while probably have a pretty good idea of what it is, but I kind of spell it all out for you. So anyway, I'll post that. So anyway, from the angels with love. Not this one. This is the one they want me to pull. Archangel Michael. Oh, I'm glad they want me to pull that one. 1212 now, yes. So I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. So if you feel like you need a little bit of a boost of confidence, of strength, or just protection from everything that's going on out there, remember, it's self-protection. Nothing outside of you is going to protect you. It's all within. You have the ability to protect yourself. And you can call on Michael to enhance that as well, or to manifest that. And you can visualize just a silver sword with electric blue fire around it, and just say the name Michael or Mikhail in your mind. You can visualize the angel, and just doing that will, and feel your heart open. Angels are magnetic to love, obviously. So the more in love you, in the vibration of love you are, the more magnetic you are to the angel. So you open your heart, you feel loving, visualize this, call on Michael, and you draw the archangel to you. I call on Archangel Michael daily, again, because I was saying earlier that there's a lot of negativity and jealousy when you're authentic and you're trying to help people awaken. The ones that want everybody asleep and those that are programmed by that force get negative. It's just part of it. Well, thanks, Katie, so much. This one was in orange. Oh, you guys are so generous and kind. We love you. And these donations really go to support operations here on the channel. I thank you for that. All right. That's good. So even like, yeah, I'm sure he is. Angelica energy is all around. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Yolanda saying, I've been very connected to the group in these cards, especially when I really decide to come in, and it's every time and always thinking about. Thank you so much for that. And Lakeside Laura saying that I'm with every day. Thank you for that. I'm perfect. And so much gratitude toward you. And mahalo for being here, Anana, and your 1212 energy. All right. Love you guys. So 6 p.m. Eastern time, mediumship on the Medium channel.